role it plays in keeping Jamaican culture alive?
Sorry, I missed a little part of it. There was something that came on just now.
Yes.
Could you repeat?
How do you feel music and storytelling are important in keeping Jamaican culture alive?
Well, I think it's possibly the most important element of keeping our culture alive. I have been involved in doing this for well over 60 years, and I can tell you there's no other way to tell our Jamaican story than through music, through dance. Those are the two primary engines. You can write as much as you want, and you will get good information. But when you see the history unfold on a stage in song or in dance, I mean, it really drives right home.
Do you have the video, Dr. Jones? We have that video to show?
Jason. Okay, there we go.
All right, watch this video, guys. Please.
The audio.
Turn on the audio.
Yeah. That's, you hearing anything?
Tell us what we're seeing. In light
Not
of the
hearing
audio.
anything, eh? All right, let's abort.
Audio.
All right, let's abort. Guys, I will direct you to please follow my Instagram page, Consul General Oliver Mair. The video is there. I put it up. I went to the show. I taped it without permission, so you can cuss me in the chat. They gave me permission after, don't worry. I'm the patron, but just kidding. But I posted it, and it has gotten about 70,000 views already, and everybody's clamoring for it to come to their state. New York, at least 10 people have asked for it to go to New York, London, Canada. You need to watch it and get your tickets early. The proceeds from the event will go towards healthcare in Jamaica, as well as a scholarship for a university medical school. So we'll say some more about that. But yes, but make sure you get your tickets early. And yeah, somebody just came beside me and telling him to hold on the knives. Yeah. So all right, back to you, Dr. Jones.
All right, I'll take the opportunity as well to say I did post in the chat the social media handles, but I would like everybody to join the Consul General's Diaspora page, the WhatsApp group, I should say. So there is a WhatsApp group. Just click on the link and you can join and keep up to date what's going on in the diaspora. And with that,
may I add one more thing?
Yes, Mr. Smith.
We currently have a special going for a limited time where we're offering group discounts, two tiers of group discounts. 10% discount for groups of 10 to 19. And over 20 tickets will have a 20% discount. And like for groups, your Kiwanis group, your church group, family groups, we encourage you to take that advantage because after the next 10 days or so, that window is going to be closed for the group discounts. So remember, MiramarCulturalCenter.org.
Yes, we put the link in the chat. So folks, you can just click on the link to MiramarCulturalCenter.org and buy your tickets.
So anyway,
thank you so much.
If you buy a ticket while we're having this meeting, just please alert so we can recognize you and give you a prize. Okay.
All right.
All right, Dr.
Charna on the Consul General.
Sorry?
Charna-Kay.
Yes. Okay, Charna-Kay is on. Charna-Kay, can you turn on your video, please? So Charna-Kay was one of the recipients of the houses built through our gospel concert, ladies and gentlemen. And so, listen, her smiles alone made all the efforts worth it. Charna-Kay, we're not seeing you though.
I'm trying, but it's not.
All right. Go ahead. All right. Guys, can we give a big round of applause to Charna-Kay? Let's welcome her in the heart of St. Elizabeth.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I so much appreciated me and my family. And we are so happy. We are so overjoyed. And we just want to thank you. May God bless you for everything that you have done for us. And I hope you continue to do good. And I know God will bless you for everything that you are doing.
So Charna-Kay, I know it's been a long time coming, right?
Yes.
But you kept the faith.
Yes, I
What was that
did.
like to
Yes.
keep your hopes up all this time?
Well, I believe in God, although I'm not a Christian as yet, but I do believe in God. And there is nothing, and I always tell people there is nothing that I ever asked God for that I didn't get. I'm not gonna lie, I never asked him for anything that maybe I didn't get it same time, but I get it. Yes.
Everything is
and
right on time.
Yes, right on time.
So what was it like to
That's
see
what we said.
our very own Consul General and the team there? Was the
Wow,
community
it was-
ecstatic?
I feel so big, so important.
Right.
Everyone was like, really? I said, yes, I get to meet everyone. Oh, I don't stop. I know I can't stop talk. All this man in me I talk. They must say me talk too much. Oh, God. I can't stop talk. Oh, I'm so thankful for what
Okay.
the Lord has done for me.
Wonderful. All
Yes.
right. There we see some photographs here from the visit. Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful smile.
Yeah. So that smile alone was worth it. Jeez, you know, and our entire family came out. In fact, they were watching football and giving their opinions on who is going to win and all of that. It was really a good time sharing with you. Yes.
Yes, beautiful.
Charna-Kay, the community is keeping hope alive, and you're seeing the progress.
Yes, the community love. Actually, the amount of person came to look at the house, everyone loved it because they are saying that it was the best. They love it. Everybody want one.
Yeah.
Everybody want one. Yes. So I'm just giving God thanks. I'm so thankful so much. And my kids love it so much. At some time I have to call them to come down from upstairs.
Okay.
And when me can't find them upstairs, they're so, I just love to see the joy in their eyes and to know that I can do something for them. Push out my best.
All right.
Yes.
I think Marcia Birthright, was your comment related to this topic? I know you said you wanted to say something. And then we have blessings for you, Charna, from everybody here, but especially Colin Fletcher from Iraq.
Thank you. Yes.
Praise the Lord, from Miss Emily McHugh.
Thank you.
All right. So we're all grateful that you could join the call and that you're seeing the light.
Thank you for allowing me. Thank you.
And Charna-Kay, I want to Marcia says she needs to be unmuted. Yeah, she needs to. Sorry. I think that's why she's not speaking. Marcia's wanted to ask something. Jason, can you unmute her, please?
Oh,
Yes,
hello.
yes. Hi there.
Okay.
I did.
Hi, Anna. Congratulations! I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
Also, for the people of Venezuela, our heart is with them. The same way people came out for Jamaica, as the Consul General said. So just a brief introduction. I'm Marcia. I joined today simply as a Jamaican and a mom, and just someone who deeply loves our country. And so I don't represent any organization or any political party. I just represent my concerns for Jamaica and the ordinary people of Jamaica, which you just warmed my heart, Charna, because like many Jamaicans at home and abroad, I've been following the discussions regarding the redevelopment program after the hurricane, particularly, of course, in St. Elizabeth. And I fully support rebuilding our communities and making them safer for the generations of the Jamaican people. My concern is that how do we as a Jamaican in the diaspora and in Jamaica ensure that the rebuilding is done for the benefit of Jamaican people first?
Yes.
Many of us, like as for myself, I started a petition that I hope to get to the Prime Minister in Jamaica with concern because we are concerned that the redevelopment could eventually make our communities unaffordable or unrecognizable to the people who have lived and of generations where they're from. And we don't want to see Jamaicans displaced or priced out,
Yes.
or the benefit primarily go to investors or tourism. And so we want to make sure that the Prime Minister of Jamaica.
So let me step in. Because, and for time as well, just to say, one of the things we do encourage our Jamaicans to take advantage of the opportunities that are there. From I've been here as Consul General in 2018, every single opportunity, every single roadshow we have presented to our Jamaicans first to say, take advantage of these opportunities. They are right here available for you. We are also open for business around the world. And so anybody on this call, time to invest in Jamaica is now. I was with Bishop Fernandez, and one of the first things he said to me is, we were talking to the head of Jamaica National, and he was telling us how well real estate was doing, and Bishop said, boy, he wish he had taken, sorry to chat, Bishop, but anyway, he said to me, CG, I wish I had done this 3 years ago. I had the opportunity to do it, and I delayed, and now I'm here, I'm ready to invest, and it's never too late to invest.
Well,
but I want to...
some of our people in Jamaica, not only for the Jamaicans in the diaspora, like many of us here, are, for one, they need a lot of guidance to think about investments. Based on sometimes where people are from, they're not as mindful, not to say not educated, to start thinking about investment. They're unaware, obviously, especially for disadvantaged people from a lot of the ghettos. We don't really think about investment, so we do need
That's
guidance.
A good point. That's a good point, and that's why Consul General has started the WhatsApp chat, the group, so that we can have those kind of discussions. So that will be a great place to
reach us that have the time. And the thing is, and when I say there's a lot of people, underrepresented people, who don't necessarily have the time or the awareness about these discussions to get involved, to start thinking, to be a part of, because many people, when I think of where I'm from, in Jamaica, I'm from the ghetto, it's not to say people would not want to take advantage of real estate in Jamaica. Right now, real estate is being advertised towards the international group, which is why they've created such an urgency to tell us that we need to invest now when we're struggling for money.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah, but Marcia, let me just correct that. There's no little conspiracy theory to cut out any Jamaican. I want to always remind everybody on this call, the power lies with the people. We get to choose, we get to determine our future. We can take action. And I understand the points you're raising. And we do need to move on to the next speaker, Marcia, and I appreciate the valid points. But I just want to reinforce, I want to give you a story of Mr. Levi Roots. I think I'm going to invite him to the next call, and how he allowed his challenges, to overcome his challenges, and to achieve wealth. Wealth is available for all of us as Jamaicans, and all of us can achieve from wherever we are, and we want us as Jamaicans to succeed. So I appreciate the good feedback, and I think we need to
in the interest of time,
I will just share in the chat
we have to move on.
I will share in the chat the petition. It can be reviewed, it can be shared, it could be disregarded. Either way, I will just share it. It just express a lot of the concern, and we can go over it both in Jamaica and abroad and share it. And I do find this very important for all of us. But thank you so much for listening.
Yes,
thank you so much. So again, folks, in the interest of time and multiple speakers, we ask that our comments are brief, but thank you, Ms. Birthright, for your points there. You have some comments in the chat if you want to look at them along the lines of what you're talking about. But we will move on. We have other speakers, Andrea Davis, Simon Preston, and Jeff Popovich in the lineup. So next we will hear from, is Andrea Davis on?
International Reggae Day.
She is, yes. Andrea Davis, founder of International Reggae Day, 24-hour global media festival. On? Unmuted?
Yes,
I am. Good afternoon.
Welcome,
All right.
Andrea.
Happy International Reggae Day, CG.
Yes. And thank you for creating the day and for keeping it going. And you can brag and boast and tell them about the very first drone reggae show that was ever done and where it was done if you choose to, right?
Of course. That was a very
boy.
big highlight in the history of the event over the year before last, when you were so kind, along with the mayor, to host us at Miramar Park with our first drone shown by Luna Light, saluting Rita Marley, among others, as the first recipient of the Winnie Mandela Humanitarian Award for Reggae Day. So that was a very big moment for us, and we continue to talk about that.
Excellent.
So what is your proudest moment so far for International Reggae Day since
Well,
founding?
that certainly ranks among them.
Okay.
Another proud moment would be when we honored Miss Lou years ago, and she actually called me a few days before her passing and sang Evening Tide to me on the phone. That was, for me personally, a major highlight. And also when we were able to effect celebrations in Soweto in South Africa.
Nice.
Okay.
When we were able to have 45 events happening worldwide at the same time on the same day, when the year we saluted the sound systems, and a number of others over the years. It has been a journey filled with milestones.
And where can people learn more about International Reggae Day?
ireggaeday.com is the website, and as well International Reggae Day on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Excellent.
So we had, I think you said Emily would do a piece for that. I keep
Emily?
calling on Emily.
No,
but...
Emily said ask not to do that.
No.
Today.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Thank you.
But I will say, Andrea, thank you so much for all you've done. This effort of yours, which goes worldwide, people in Italy, people in Ethiopia, people in Japan, are all right now pushing reggae music because of the work you've done. So, Miss Davis, big respect for what you've done pushing.
Well, thank you very much. And I thank all the fans and all the media and the artists, musicians, producers who continue to keep this culture alive and well. And to the world who has embraced Jamaican music and Jamaican culture in such a genuine way. You know, we continue to benefit from that, as this music is not just a music, but it's a movement. It's not just an expression of our creativity, but it is a part of our identity.
And if I may, you know, when we did a project with Andrea for the drone show, which was, I believe, the first drone show.
Yes.
Done. We're proud of that moment. We were able to highlight in the skies Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Jimmy Cliff, Third World, along with their music and their images in the sky. It was a very, very touching moment.
It was spectacular, yeah.
And we honored Rita Marley. She came by to get her Lifetime Achievement Award, and really, I wanted to thank all the persons who were involved. Adrian Allen was involved.
Very much.
And our message to the world, I want everybody to remind us that you see the shirt I'm wearing here. We celebrate our first national hero. And we also did a drone show for Black History Month. And we have always had a strong message for the world at any given time, and reggae music continues to teach us one lesson, as Bob Marley would say. So, Andrea, thank you so much for your work. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me, and all the best to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. With that, Simon Preston, former RJR reporter and Jamaica Football Federation press officer. Simon available?
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for having me.
Welcome.
Welcome, Simon. So, football, of course. If you're not watching football, I don't know what you're doing. The whole world is watching football at this time. I think England and Congo are playing. I'm not even sure the score right now because I'm doing this call here. But Simon, what's your impression so far of the World Cup? And What are the top three teams you see taking it to the crossing the line in terms of winning?
Yeah, as you rightly said, England just defeated DR Congo a while ago in Atlanta. And interestingly, if you look at that England squad, there are 7 players in the squad that were born to Jamaican parents or grandparents. So that's a decent representation of the squad itself. You're looking at basically 1/3 of the squad that is there. So England through to the last 16 now against Mexico, which is commendable. In the entire tournament, you're talking about 24 players that have Jamaican heritage. So we're talking about 2% of players at the entire tournament with Jamaican heritage, which is a good and decent representation. I just want to add as well, we actually do have a referee at the tournament as well by the name of O'Shane Nation, and he's officiated in 5 matches so far within the competition as well. So it's great representation for Jamaica to be on the world stage, which is great. But to answer your question specifically, I would say the likes of France, Spain, Argentina, and England would be the top 4 to be able to go on and claim the title itself.
All right. And how do you see?
Go ahead, Dr. Jones.
No, go ahead, Consul General.
All right. Simon, if I had to put you on the spot to call it for this World Cup, who would you say has the edge to win this time around?
I would say France in terms of the depth that they have in the squad, the quality available at selection. It's like when they make changes, they don't downgrade what they have on display. So they've been doing formidably well with the tournament, with performances and the results. So they've been doing quite well. But as somebody that was born and raised and still live on the island of Jamaica, I would certainly want England to win so that we can say 1/3 of the squad are the individuals of Jamaican heritage that will have a hand on the trophy. So that would be the team that I would like to see to lift the trophy come July 19.
Well said, Simon. And you, ladies and gentlemen, Simon is one of the top analysts throughout all of these World Cup, football events, sporting events. I've watched him over the years. So, any questions you have for Simon, feel free to type it in the chat. And we're hoping that Jamaica next time will qualify.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have a question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
Jason Walker. We'll ask you to unmute.
Good day, my friend, Simon Preston. People, one of the most knowledgeable persons in the Caribbean when it comes to football, and absolutely one of the greatest contributors to our football. So speaking about our football, Simon, tell us a little bit about the status of Jamaican football today and how the diaspora can support football from your perspective. Football in Jamaica.
Yeah, good question. So in terms of what lies ahead for the remainder of 2026, there's certainly so much on the horizon. If I may start with the women, we're 1 win away from World Cup qualification to the FIFA Women's World Cup. So November 27, our senior Reggae girls will take on Costa Rica in Texas, win that game, and we will qualify for the World Cup, which will of course be in Brazil next year. In terms of our senior men's national team, we will get back into action in September, which is the CONCACAF Nations League, which will in a sense serve as a qualifier for the Gold Cup, which will of course be hosted within the United States. I mean, it's no secret to anyone that Jamaica's largest diaspora resides within the United States. And I think it's very important in terms of the coordination. In terms of football matches that take place within the United States, a lot of games are either centrally or on the West Coast, but quite naturally, our Jamaicans, the vast majority reside on the East Coast. So it's about coordinating so that when we have the press releases, that it is shared with the media, and of course the media share with the diaspora so that they're aware, can plan ahead in particular and say, okay, a game is in Texas, I'm in Atlanta, I'm perhaps a 2-3 hour flight away, so that they can be able to be there in particular. So I do think that the diaspora can be there when it comes to support in the stadiums. It does make a massive encouragement. We were there in London back in May playing in the Unity Cup, and to see close to 10,000 Jamaicans in the stands was absolutely fantastic. And these are people spending 70, 80 American dollars for one game. So it just goes to show the love that especially the UK Jamaican heritage community has for our national team. And I do think that or diaspora within the United States can more than certainly replicate that as well. Yes, it will call for a long flight. It may call for a long drive, I should say. But I do think that when it comes to that 12-man support, that makes a massive deal. You look at this World Cup and you see the different nations that are represented within this tournament. It's phenomenal. So I do think that we can be able to replicate that, bearing in mind the large diaspora that we have within the United States itself.
Simon, I absolutely agreed. Haiti, one of the Haiti games here in Fort Lauderdale, I think they said it was something like they estimated 12,000 Haitians were at that event, and the one in Boston, I think, did more than that. So you're right. We should be able to show up for Jamaicans. And he said the next one is in Texas, Dr. Nikki. So if the turnout isn't there for the reggae girls, it's Dr. Nikki's fault since she's in charge of Texas, right?
I'm in Texas, Mr. Preston.
Oh, wow, wonderful. Yes, and we're one win away. It's not like it is going to be 5, 6 matches down. It's literally the next game. So that's why the stadium really should be painted in black, green, and gold come November 27. That's how it should be, because it's not only a World Cup qualifier, but it's also an Olympic qualifier as well. So it's an opportunity to get 2 golden eggs in one. So that's why everyone really in Texas should be there. Whether in Houston, Austin, Dallas, San Antonio, all Jamaicans should converge for that one.
All right.
Okay.
I think we have a question in the chat, Jason.
Where in Texas is where a Jamaican in Texas is asking, where in Texas is?
Sure, no problem. Now, in terms of the CONCACAF Women's Championship, it has remained stable in terms of where it has been. Just like in 2018 when we first qualified, it was in Frisco, Texas. But this time around, it's going to be in Mansfield, Texas, specifically the Texas Health Mansfield Stadium. So that's exactly where the game is going to be on November 27. And it will also be the same venue for the other matches within the qualifiers itself. So that's Mansfield, Texas, at the Mansfield Stadium.
All right. Wonderful. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Preston. Thank you for that. All right. We wanted to circle back to Mr. Colin Smith. If he's still on, Mr. Colin Smith. Wanted to ask you another question. Is he on? I'm looking for him. Jason? Yes. We see you there. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Smith. Yes, just another question came up about the university singers. Why do you think it's important? I asked earlier the importance of music and storytelling in Jamaican culture. I know you have a history with the Louise Bennett Coverley.
Yes.
How do you think it's important for younger generations, Miss Louise Bennett, her history?
Well, and I'm gonna use the words of Marcus Garvey when he suggested that a people without the knowledge of their roots will not know where they are going. And I might not have quoted it exactly, but I think you get what I'm saying. I have found throughout South Florida, where I am, and indeed other locations where I have gone to perform and so on, that a lot of our Jamaicans are not passing on the culture to their children. And the thing is that when the children are exposed to it, they are so happy to hear that this is what the culture is all about. Mm-hmm. When they hear about our heroes, they hear about how our music and our folk dances emerged, they want to learn them. So that, for example, whenever I have a production, I make sure I have 4, 5, 6, and 7-year-old kids involved so that they can learn to dance the dinky mini, the quadrille, the ska, and so on. And to pass on the folk songs which were around back in the 1900s up to the 40s and so on, and indeed focus on Mento music. And they always say a prophet is without honor in his own country. We were recently in Costa Rica for the Marcus Garvey Symposium, and the folks were so happy to hear, and they know all these songs. They are keeping the culture alive even more than we are doing at this end. And these are Costa Ricans, second and third degree Costa Ricans. They treated us like royalties, and they asked us to perform this song or that song. We did 2 songs that were poems written by Marcus Garvey, which we set to music. And I mean, I don't know how the roof didn't fall down when we started to do those songs. We found the same thing in Ghana when we went last year. You know, it is interesting that, for example, in Costa Rica, the reaction to Marcus Garvey is more than I have seen in Jamaica. You know, and they want to hear the stories. They want to know if they are being taught in the schools and so on. Part of my mission here is going to schools and give lectures in terms of this part of our Jamaican history. And the impact that even other nations have had on our Jamaican music, because we are not alone. There's a significant input to Jamaican music by our neighboring countries like Haiti and Cuba, which a lot of people don't know. And it's always developed such interest to hear. For example, there's a song we call Yellow Bird. Everybody believes that it's a Jamaican song, but when I show that that song is actually a Haitian song, which we adopted, they still love it. But so how did Jamaica and Haiti come together for this music? Or we talk about a tune like Peanut Vendor, which is a Cuban tune, which we play, which in Cuba is El Manicero. How did this come about? And, you know, I can tell the history of our foreparents who used to travel to Cuba to work on the sugar mills. We could talk about Haitians being involved in, Jamaicans being involved in the Cuban Revolution and that sort of thing. We need to tell these stories, you know?
Yes. So the University Singers, can you remind us of what we can expect with University Singers on July 25th and 26th?
They are going to be giving you an electric performance, which will give you some choral music, which will give you some gospel music, some jazz, some reggae, even dancehall, and good old Jamaican folk songs. Someone sent me a WhatsApp message.
Okay.
They weren't at the time, didn't know that I was involved with it, with the production here. And they said, Colin, please tell all your friends in Florida, because there's no reason why any Jamaican living in South Florida should not see the show. And quoting her, she said, I went to the show last night, and today I'm still in the air. I'm on cloud 9 based on how the music affected me. I've never heard them like that before. And I've had more of that sort of conversations. I've seen people, other folks here who have got messages from their friends in Jamaica also when they heard that the singers were going to be here, encouraging them to the librarian, one of the librarians at Broward County said, look what I got from Jamaica. My friend is telling me that we have to go and see them because they are so good.
Yes. And that's why this platform is important too. It's a way to spread the word and for us to share with our friends and let them know. We have Mr. Rastas Astor Black is on, and he said that, you know, the Edna Manley College is not teaching that sort of history. But maybe you can touch on what you think is going on in Jamaica and the universities.
Yeah, can I tell you something? In 2018, I was asked to do a lecture at Edna Manley. And they expected, and it was done in the Edisiaga room. It should have been a 1-hour lecture. When I went in the room and I asked the class, how many people have heard of Mento? 6 hands went up, maybe 5 or 6. And when I explained what was Mento and we got into it, it was a time when Mr. Cooper was there, Igbo. And we went through and we explained, look, Mento is our original folk music, which are classics in the same way that in Europe, Their classical music was the folk music of their time in Austria, Germany, and these places. And so that we have classics that we are not paying enough attention to. I asked them if they heard of Olive Lewin, one of the foremost proponents of Mento music. Miss Lou, Olive Lewin, Barbara Furlan, people like those, Madra Wiley, right? And some knew some of them, but not enough. The class ended at 3 o'clock because by the time we gave examples of how the music can be treated and invited members of the class to come on stage with their instruments, and they joined us. One came with a saxophone, one got on the piano, and Ivo was there with his melodica. And the Tallawah Mento band was with me, and we started to play music. A young miss who was one of their vocalists, and it was one big jam session. But there are people in Jamaica who is working on it.
Yes, that's good.
You know, yeah, and I think it will come because it's important to have that root because the same rhythm that drives Mento is the same underlying rhythm which you will hear in dancehall today. You will hear it in our revival music. They call them Poco people, right? I've experimented with using kumina to mix with Mento. You can't want a sweeter sound than that.
Yes.
So
On
these
that
are,
go ahead.
yeah, and these are some of the things we need to do. Put the music in a new clothes to speak so that it is relevant to today's situation, you know?
Yes. So in Texas, we have our Independence Gala, and I know a lot of cities are having celebrating Jamaica's independence. We have a youth group, and we want the younger generation to really know their history through the music and the arts. And last year, the youth group performed a Kumina dance. So, you know, to get them interested, we had them do a Kumina dance, historical dance, and then a modern dance presentation. Yeah. So, yeah, we're trying to, you know, get the younger people involved in the diaspora. So thank you for telling us about the university singers.
Yeah, and if I may, I want to salute the work of the stalwarts, people like Professor Rex Netterford, who choreographed the university singers, Noel Dexter. These are living legends, and they have been able to be the stalwarts in terms of passing on very important information. Olive Lewin, as Colin mentioned, Jamaican folk singers. The late, Colin, what's his name? My best friend's uncle. He used to be with Father Ward, the pastor. What's his name? Anyway, he's another stalwart. But I want to salute them, thank them for the work they do. They have been involved with institutions like Edna Manley. We have provided scholarships there. And we have also provided scholarships to the Reggae Studies Unit at the University of the West Indies because we don't want to just talk about reggae music while it is the best thing ever. We have to reinvest back in the future and future artists and giving persons an opportunity to get the foundations and also to ensure that we invest in the future for the music. And that a lot of it is from persons right here on this call. This call is about getting action done. You know, we try not to do a lot of, even though we hear critique and stuff, we try to be a call of action and look at what is the positive side that we can influence and get things done with, right? You'll agree with that, people on the call who have been here since October?
Yes, 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 yes.
I just saw a question being flashed across the screen. Colin, do you like reggae music? Of course I love reggae music. It needs to be recognized. And all I'm saying is that the foundation was Mento, and look how it has transitioned to what is now a worldwide music. So we still need to show where it's coming from and why it was influenced in that particular way. Oh, of course. Yes.
Yes. You have to know where you've been to know where you're going, right?
Yes, yes. And as a mentor, we play a lot of reggae music. We play jazz, right? We play revival music. We play Kumina music. We play tambo, eto. right? And by the way, these are all old traditions. I don't know. It's not only Kumina, Tambo, Eto. It was from Savlamar, the Tambo people, our Indian ancestors, in terms of Dinky Mini, our Chinese ancestors, have had a lot to do. And we can't just look at what we have here today. Look at how it came about and how all these different cultures got into Jamaica and made what we have now. We mix the
Yes.
pot and
Nice
stir
pepper
it up.
pot soup
Yes.
mixed together.
Thank you.
And
Mixed
now,
together.
and now we have the wonderful reggae music.
Well, we're going to have a nice treat to close out the call today. Miss Emily McHugh will play for us. Miss Emily, Redemption song, I believe.
Okay. Yes, hello, Saints, Jamaican Saints. All right, so in honor of Reggae Day, here is something for us. Oh, I have to change my settings.
Before you do that, can I ask everybody, please, just put where are you from the state or city? Want to get to know it. All right. So especially on you, please help us to get to know it.
All right, Miss Emily.
By the way, I believe Rohan Green from Atlanta bought a ticket.
Rohan Green?
Yeah, he would give you the ticket to give it away.
Can we give Rohan an applause?
Because Rohan is going to answer and can't go to the event. So he supported it by buying a ticket.
Excellent.
And he's allowing the CG to give it to somebody as a donation.
No, Rohan, I want to publicly thank you for that. It's not an easy thing to put together a tour like this. It's easier to say when do it. It's another thing to actually get done. And I want to thank you for committing today to purchasing the ticket and being a part of trying to keep our tradition in the diaspora. Thank you.
Emily, one moment before you. So, I think there's an echo. Okay. We have somebody from Ghana on the line. I think Mr. Smith called for international presence here today.
There we go.
Morris Sinclair. All right. We have Mumbai in the house, Florida, Georgia, Texas. Yes. Thanks, everyone, for representing the states in the southeastern region of the U.S. Diaspora strong. All right, Miss Emily. Celine Earl is on.
Okay, you can hear me now? Okay.
All right, yes.
All right, I'll just play a short piece of this.
That is wonderful. I have to say, your ability to interpret music is phenomenal.
Amen. Thank you. Happy Reggae Day and God bless Jamaica.
Yes.
Music. Amen.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and see you next week on Wednesday, weekly Link Up Live with the Consul General. Thank you, everyone. Again,
thank you.
Join the WhatsApp groups. Thank you. By the way, this is powered by J Rocker Buzz, Nicole's Art, and Christy Design.